I'm Lori. And I'm Robin, and thank you so much for joining us today on Mirror Mirror.
So Robin, what are we going to talk about today?
You know, I've been thinking about that, so I did a Google search today.
Okay.
And I was Googling kind of what were the top issues that women have with hair. One of the first things on the list was called hair fall, which I think is like a new word for losing your hair.
Is there such thing as mind fall?
Well, I
lose
have
your
mine.
I
have it daily.
Mine.
Have the mind fall.
Okay, so losing your hair is a big deal.
It is.
It is a big deal.
Huge.
It's for self-confidence. I mean, a lot of things. So
it's
let's talk
huge
about
for
that.
everybody.
Yeah.
And men and women, but this particularly had to do with women.
Okay.
And their hair loss, which there's multiple reasons why. And that's what I kept thinking about every time I went down the list, from dull hair or heat damage or color damage. I thought, you know, the real issue here is why. Is it hormone related?
Okay.
And hormones include your thyroid.
Okay.
It includes going through menopause.
Okay.
It includes, you know, those things. Then there's also, I think you have to find out if you've been under a lot of stress. Is there a lot of stress in your life? Has there been an illness? Or is it just heredity?
So what do we do? So I wake up, I have hair loss. Do I make an appointment and come visit with you?
Absolutely.
Do I call?
We can always call a salon or call the professional, because that's what I found out. You know, we're talking about hair loss, and they said avoid using heat. Well,
Baloney.
you know, baloney.
Right.
Avoiding using heat is not going to stop hair from coming out from your scalp.
It might keep it from breaking off, but
breaking
it's going
off.
to keep it
that
from
has to
coming
do with split ends,
Right.
You know, or other kind of damage.
Yeah.
Rather than
Actual
hair loss.
Right.
So I think that was one of the biggest things, is find out why. What's going on? Do you need to see a medical physician and have this taken care of? Or is it something that maybe we need to assist you with in a product or a treatment?
Sure.
Some of the products that can help are scalp exfoliation and using serums that can help regenerate hair growth. Or do you need to see and get a prescription for Rogaine? Or do you need to see a dermatologist?
Sure.
So there's lots and lots of things that can go on behind it. And I think that's where the professional stylist can help.
What was number 2?
Dandruff. That's what it was. And I thought that was unusual, because I haven't, you don't see all those commercials anymore.
Right.
About, let's treat it with Head and Shoulders. Dandruff can be treated by treating the acid mantle of the scalp. It is a deep concern for people, and you've got to find out why.
Right.
Is it because we need to balance the acid mantle of the scalp, or do you need to see a doctor and have this issue addressed further?
It can also just be something simple as just bad products.
It can be.
Yeah.
And one of the things we always suggest is, like, we have a product called Energize. It's an energizing shampoo.
Okay.
But it has tea tree and eucalyptus.
Okay.
Tea tree is probably the #1 ingredient for treating dandruff.
Okay. Makes sense.
Yes. So you shampoo, and then we also have a product from Tangles. It's called Strong.
Okay.
So the Strong you can spray directly on the scalp. It balances the acid mantle, and that's whether you're oily or you're dry.
Right. Just balance.
It's going to balance it, so you stop having those issues. So those are, I think, those are the things that I look at and recommend.
Okay, what was number 3?
Oh my goodness, I think it might have been dull hair.
Okay.
And sometimes a lack of shine is a lack of hydration.
Okay.
Your hair needs to be hydrated. It needs more moisture. It needs condition. You can't be afraid of conditioning your hair. That is the biggest thing.
And can a bad color job?
Oh,
okay.
Let's not talk about a bad color job.
Okay, but I mean,
I was just thinking about, there were some women that, when I first opened my salon years ago, and they colored their hair at home.
Right, yeah.
Well, the color was so gold, it was green.
Right.
And dull on the ends. So absolutely, color can make a big difference. And, which brings me to think about the color brand that we use has interlipid technology.
When I was doing my hair the other day on your video screen, when I was in the shampoo bowl, they do all that education. It's crazy. What is in all the color? I mean, it's nuts. The technology.
The technology makes such a difference.
Kodak or one of the major.
Oh, now that is Kodak did work, and Fiji Film.
Yes,
worked with our color brand Goldwell. and they created these drops called Pure Pigments. They're outside the hair shaft,
beautiful,
and they just reflect. Whatever you've put in there, they reflect it. You know, because shine is a big deal.
Sure.
You know, when somebody comes in, they've got dull hair, they want their hair to shine. They don't want dull hair. And it can be, but a lot of times they need moisture. They need hydration. And sometimes that starts from the very beginning. What are you doing in the shower?
Okay.
What are you shampooing with? What are you conditioning with? What are you styling with?
You know, is this an old wives' tale that the very last thing you do before you go to turn the cold water on? Does that help?
It does help.
It does help.
Yes,
okay,
it
so
does.
that's not just a.
Now I'm a chicken.
Oh well, no, I didn't say I did it. I just. I know. I'm like, well,
I've heard it work. I can't do it myself.
But I mean, but there is some validity to that.
Yes.
What does it do? Close in.
It closes the cuticle.
Yeah. Okay.
The cuticle, you know, is that outside layer of the hair shaft, and it will, you know, opens and closes.
Okay.
So you want it as more closed, the more shine
and
that you get out of the hair. When it's
curly
open
hair
like so, you get the frizz and the dullness and lackluster hair.
Okay. There are options and there are resolutions to these things, and I think if we'll just say, okay, my hair's falling out, or I have dull hair, or I have dandruff, but let's figure out why.
Yes.
You know,
and move forward.
And move forward, because there's resolution to these things.
There's resolutions to everything.
There is. Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah. We'll see you next time on Mirror Mirror.